My poor Fen, what have you done to her? Soldiers! Gone. She's gone. They took her away, my beautiful Fen, my flower of the fields. Please, my name is Hing, and you must help me. My Fen is so delicate, she will chafe under a bandit's yoke. We were traveling to 2 rivers. I bring goods between the farms that line the valley. I knew we were getting too close to the marshes. Why was I so foolish? Of course these thieves would strike at my beautiful Fen. I can't leave without her. They'll work her to death or eat her or worse. Can you do anything? Please? I thank you, and my Fen will thank you when she is returned to me. My precious flower of the fields. I can't leave without her.
Hold your attack, young student. I am not your enemy. This was a misunderstanding. I have tried very hard to go unnoticed, but I also need to eat. I've been on the outskirts of your village once or twice to trade goods. I saw you training. My name is Zhu. I have been called Sagacious Zhu, if you prefer a title. It's a name I share with the first emperor, Sagacious Tien. I meant nothing. It's just that I was trained fairly well, so I recognize when someone else is skilled. That is a personal matter. You'll have to take my word that I'm above common robbery, if not many other things. Besides, I have already shown that I have no love for the of filth roaming out here. If you know that name, you know they are not choosy about who they attack. Would a bandit stop to ask you why you were in the marsh? Gao the Lesser. I know the family. This is a brazen act. No wonder you came out here as you did. You're looking to rescue someone. You probably gave no thought to your own safety. That is very selfless of you. I tend to think more efficiently. I did hear something about a camp. They seem to be killing bandits so they won't be disturbed. There wasn't much more. I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. As bad as this is, you're better off without my help. Dawnstar. I am familiar with that name. But I still can't. I've spent a long time avoiding trouble. I don't want to go looking for it now. I'm sorry. Wait. Dawnstar, your friend should not suffer because of my reluctance. A group of men went to the north. They had a large pack that was giving them trouble. That may be where their camp is. There's no way to leave the marsh in that direction. Not on foot, anyway. I will show you. It is easy to get lost. I can refuse some fool determined to get lost in the swamp, but I doubt your friend earned her fate. Gal the Lesser shouldn't get such a prize without a fair fight. We have some catching up to do. We'll find them. Like I said, they can't get out in that direction. Not on foot. I do not blame you. There are times when I do not trust myself, but I will help you here today. Let's go. The main camp is to the north, but there are soldiers all around this area. If you want to find trouble, let's do it quickly. Quarry has based himself in the north. There are paths right and left.
Just to keep the camp clear while he secures his...
What? Who? No, wait. I don't want any more trouble. Yes, I can do that. Whatever you want. Who? The woman. She got loose from the sack and ran into the cave. Would have been safer out here with us.
That cave is home to both toad demons and ogres, and both are in a foul temper from fighting over the space. Running in there is like moving from the claws to the fangs.
We refused to go after her, so Gao went himself. I don't know. He just said it was very important that he get her tonight. He brought a few groups of us over for it. We didn't take her. We made Gao do that himself. I know we shouldn't have let him talk us into any of this, but he doubled our pay. It was just one woman. Compared to some things, well, all I'll say is that this wasn't the worst thing done by a Gao lately. Look, that's all I can say. Just let me go. I won't be any more trouble for...
A reasonable punishment.
By my grandfather. No.
Thank you for saving me. I was getting tired of catering to these fools. I thought I was saved when they killed the bandits that raided my husband's wagon, but these soldiers were no better. You have my gratitude. Fen? You have come this far for Fen. Did Hing send you here without even mentioning my name?
Oh dear, this will be unpleasant for someone.
I am Xinghua. These animals made me cook for them, clean up their filth. And Hing sent you for the flower. I will kill him. No, but she is here. Oh yes, just over here. Let me present her to you. Fen, come!
Fen, my flower! You are safe. I knew this great fighter would save you. I couldn't leave without you. The cart needs your strength to pull it.
I am safe as well, Hing. Or did you forget I was missing?
Oh, there you are, my dear. I'm glad you did not come to harm.
But you are more concerned about the ox, I see. Gao? One of the soldiers said someone with that name is at a camp to the far north. Of course, he may have been speaking of someone more important. Perhaps the camp goat.
I prayed for your safe return, dear, but the cart will not move itself.
You will be lucky if I don't make you pull it while the ox rides. She is clearly important enough. Come, leave any of our stolen silver as reward for our savior. I value my own life at least that much. Someone has to.
Yes, dear.
Do I have to slaughter that thing for you to show me some attention?
No, dear.
Are you lying again?
No, dear.
Are you listening to me?
No, dear.
catch you, woman, you will be sorry.
It's always someone else's fault, isn't it, Gao? This is your mess. I didn't make you kidnap me.
Your friend is doing a good job of frustrating Gao into carelessness. That will work in your favor, but it also means we have to follow them by a different route. Be careful. That means fresh enemies for us. These caves harbor strange creatures.
White demon.
Fen, my flower! You are I knew this great fighter would save you. I could... Yes, dear.
Do I have to slaughter that thing for you to show me some attention?
No, dear.
Are you lying again?
No, dear.
Are you listening to me?
No, dear.
Gau's let us get overrun. Get them!
No!
Your friend is...
White Demon. White Demon.
I swear, Dawnstar, my patience is running thin. No! No! Not you! Anyone but you! What are you doing here?
You see that, Gao? That's loyalty and responsibility. Can you even understand those words?
I understand more than you. I did you a favor, but you are too stupid to know a good thing when you're in its grasp.
Being kidnapped was a good thing? You have an odd view of what it takes to impress a woman.
Fools! You'd be dead if it wasn't for me. Everything you have is gone. My father will see to that. It has already begun. You'll see. Death comes from above to ferret out your hidden master and his real name. Dawnstar was the only thing I wanted to save, and what thanks do I get? Nothing. So be it. I'll just kill you all and forget your pitiful little village ever existed. You'll see. You've already lost no matter what happens here. You'll see. I'll make you see. Good. There's no Master Li to restrict how I fight. I'll kill you in time to see the red sky over your village.
Thank you for coming to my rescue. I'm not sure why Gao thought he would get away with this. He had to know that someone in the village would come for me, although I suspected it would be you. I am grateful. Your friendship has always been a comfort to me. Maybe that was what made Gao so jealous. I don't know. And who is this? I must thank your new acquaintance for his help as well.
Sagacious Zoo. You don't owe me anything. I just helped your young friend through the swamp.
Sagacious Zoo. Well, I am grateful. I don't know what Gao meant by saying he was doing me a favor. How could dragging me here be beneficial? Agreed. I want Master Li to know that we are both safe. It's too bad, though. He wanted to reach Gao. I'm sure of it. Gao just seemed to get more and more bitter. He didn't respond well to discipline. It's too bad. Don't be long. I don't want to... What happened to Gao's men? I thought they abandoned him, but it looks like you had to fight them all. I didn't realize you took that much of a risk getting to me. Thank you. You weren't always so cold. I guess it helped you here. I heard Gao tell his men to attack anyone. His mercenaries didn't seem too eager to follow me into the cave, though. It seemed like they were humoring him. Maybe they were his father's men. I don't... Wait. Do you hear something?
Gao the Lesser, but it looks like he put things in motion that have outlived him.
What? What do you mean?
These machines have weapons. They drop casks that explode on impact. There will be soldiers on the ground as well.
Was that what Gao meant? He said something about death coming from above for Master Li.
Save yourself the pain.
This machine of Gao's, do you know how to make it work? Could you fly it?
I doubt there are two people in the Empire that know how they work. It's a baffling combination of magic and artifice. We may be able to do it among the three of us.
So you don't really know?
If you actually cared about the safety of this machine, you wouldn't be about to fly it into a swarm of enemies. What guarantee do you want? There is a handle attached to something like the reins of an ox yoke. You move it left and right, forward and back. It should swim through the air fairly smoothly.
Will you come to help us, Zhu? You seem...
If you are intent on returning, I will accompany you. I've already done more than I wanted, but I could not avoid this forever.
You are an interesting person, sagacious Zhu. Your eyes hold a great sadness that is oddly familiar to me, but I don't know why. Perhaps I am imagining it. We will discuss it another time. I hope we are not too late.
This is worse than I thought.
The town! No! This can't be!
It is what I expected. I'm sorry you had to see this.
I saw the smoke from the air, but I didn't think it would be so bad. Everyone is gone. I hope you are right. Master Li wouldn't let this happen, not without a fight. Guide Zhu to the heart of the school. We will meet there.
Clearly, no one was meant to survive.
I hate this.
They said no survivors, so there better be no survivors.
I know, but who is this for? Whoever's really giving the orders must be influential.
Do you want to ask Gal the Greater? No. So quit yapping and make sure there's no survivors. Looks like we have a few more peasants to put down.
Let's just make it quick.
White demon.
I fear your school is burning as expected. This is what happens when home turns to battlefield. Let's hope the flames leave you more than just troubled memories.
Keep going! There are others in the school! I'll look to the villagers and save as many as I can. Go!
What is this? We missed a couple of these pitiful students? This is like crushing ants. There's no end to you people.
You have no right to talk, vermin.
Well, that's what the just before they're... Men! Gal the Greater wants this village cleared. Get the job done. What is...
White demon.
There were so many. Everywhere. And fire from the skies.
Shh. We've chased off all of Gao's men. He'll be safe now.
No, they came later. First there were fighters in black. With fists you could hardly see. She told them where to attack and they turned like one mind. One purpose. Except for the one. He stood alone. His armor so black. Black like a hole in the earth. So deep you can't get out.
You'll be all right. Just be still.
I tried so hard. I'm sorry.
Wu said... He said there was no warning. Just calm skies and then fire from above. He organized the students, but they were overrun. Master Li was taken when it began. He went without a fight, giving them what they wanted. But afterwards, the students... they were killed anyway.
The Lotus Assassins. They leave no one alive to tell the tale. People fear the unknown. For Gao the Greater to have them as allies is troubling. The figure your friend spoke of is Death's Hand, the leader of the Lotus Assassins. This student was strong to live as long as he did. A lieutenant, perhaps. Death's Hand leads all others. He would not appear unless this was important. He usually acts behind the scenes. I don't know why they were so intent on taking your Master Li, but they never attack without purpose.
Gao raved about a lot of things, like hearing Master Li tell you that he was the glorious strategist. What does it mean?
That's not possible. Sun Li, the glorious strategist, was the Emperor's brother and the head of the Imperial army. Your Master Li cannot be him.
Why not?
Because he can't. Sun Li was declared a traitor to the Empire 20 years ago. The Emperor himself accused him of killing the third revealing himself for one. For another, He would have known that giving himself up would not save your students. I stayed on the outskirts. I saw him at a distance a couple of times, but had no reason to look past the beard for a man 20 years dead. I had other interests. It doesn't matter. I know enough about the glorious strategist to say he would not have made these mistakes. And I know far too much about the Lotus Assassins. I was one.
It doesn't matter.
No, he is right to question me. I'm accustomed to such suspicion.
It doesn't matter. Whoever you are, whatever you were, you did not do this, and you do not have our master. We need to decide what to do. When we know where we are going, when we have a plan, then we can talk about who knows what.
I doubt I could change your resolve even if I wanted to. Perhaps I can at least try to point you in a productive direction. If you wish to pursue this, we should head to the heart of the Empire, the Imperial City. Gao the Greater was behind this attack, but I suspect there is someone else behind him. You will find your answers in the Imperial City.
You know a lot. We will have to talk about the source of that knowledge.
Make whatever judgment you wish. I assure you, I have already made worse.
Let's go. I don't want to be here. I want to go where I can actually make a difference.
That is a very common desire. The hardest to achieve, but very common. Come, let's see if we can get Gao the Lesser's contraption in the air again. It won't be stable enough to get to the Imperial City, but we might reach the trading village of Tian's Landing. All trade routes lead to the heart of the Empire. If we are lucky, we can find someone to give us passage. If we're lucky. That was quite the crash. I wouldn't have left the marsh had I known we were headed for such a spectacular landing. It's a miracle we all survived unharmed. We did all survive, didn't we?
I'm okay too. A little shaken up is all.
We were lucky. Only a fool braves the air currents without a proper wind map. You can't navigate the skies without them. Not safely, anyway.
So where are we going to find a wind map of this region? We can't follow Master Li's captors without one.
Things are even worse than that. Look at our flyer. Even if we had a wind map, this thing wouldn't take to the air again. You make it sound so simple. Flyers and wind maps are rare things, even in the Imperial City. Out here, they're all but unknown.
Gao and his pirates used flyers to attack Two Rivers, and the Lotus Assassins who took Master Li had them too. Somebody around here must know something about them. I'm sorry to get upset, but every second we're stuck here, Master Li gets farther away from us.
We're near Tien's Landing. It's a small village, but maybe someone there knows where we can find a new flyer. If nothing else, I remember a clearing suitable for a camp. And if we can't find a flyer, we can always follow on foot. To the south of the village is a forest. A trade route leads through it to the Imperial City. The village is across the bridge and beyond a large marker stone. Look for the giant rock with a painting of a fish on it, and you'll know you're heading in the right direction. Very well. I'll wait here for now. It's not so different from the marsh, actually. More of an impending sense of doom. But that could just be your influence.
We should get going. There has to be a better place for us to rest than this. Let's go. Do you feel that? Something is here. Something that hates the living.
Stop where you are! Death's Hand should know better than to send his minions out alone. It is clear that you are one of his hirelings, or perhaps one of Gao the Greater's marauding pirates. You will pay for the crimes you have committed. Don't waste your last breath on lies. I didn't get there in time to help anyone, but I saw you leave the massacre in Two Rivers. Clearly you were involved. Death's Hand went too far in ordering its destruction, and Gao the Greater sought to profit from it. My retribution will end with them, but it will begin with you. The way you move seems odd. A flaw I cannot see, perhaps? But you are better than I expected. You might even beat me, if I allowed such insolence. You are too skilled to be just a hireling. Death's Hand would view such ability outside his assassins as dangerous, and Gao the Greater prefers his servants docile. So it would appear. You lack their branding, but if you are not one of them, who are you? A monk? A mercenary? A bandit? You chase a great evil, larger than you realize. Leave and you may survive. Others have tried to face Death's Hand but were destroyed, as Two Rivers was. A trait of fools, and perhaps the occasional hero. I also seek answers from Death's Hand and his minions. If you truly oppose him, you will need to find your way to the Imperial city. Of course, only the Lotus Assassins can come and go as they please, thanks to Gao. Travel routes by land and water are blocked, but they use wind maps and flyers to further their goals here and in the surrounding forest. Perhaps, if you are capable, we will meet again. I wish you good luck, but you will need far more than that to survive. Farewell.
You should get going to Tian's Landing.
This area is off limits. Intruders will be executed. Impudence. We have...
Wait, stop! I'm not your enemy. I swear by my ancestors, I'm not your enemy. I'm not even a soldier. Even though I wear this uniform, I'm no soldier. My name is Chen Yi. I'm just a simple peasant from the town of One Stone. These soldiers passed through my village a few weeks ago. One of them angered the Lotus Assassin who was in charge, and the assassin killed him. As I was coming back in from the fields, they grabbed me to fill his place. They put this uniform on me, bloodstains and all, and told me I was in the army. I will do my best, but I don't know anything. The Lotus Assassins just told us to guard the gate while they searched the ruins. That's all, I swear. They are evil, pure evil. They forced me to serve them. They would have killed me if I disobeyed. I had no choice but to guard this door while they searched the ruins. I don't know. I was here on the far side of the gate, and the gate itself is locked. Only the Lotus Assassins themselves are allowed into the ruins. No, nothing. Only that the gate leading into them was locked. The Lotus Assassins had to get a key from Shang, the Imperial minister in Tian's Landing. But I think the ruins are haunted. I hear strange sounds coming from beyond the gates. But even the threat of ghosts can't keep the assassins from their search. Of course, Great One. I will return to my village and lead an upright life of farming and praying. Thank you for sparing me. Thank you.
You showed great compassion to that poor man. I am glad to see you can be merciful as well as strong. There is something...
Ah, you found your way. Good. I decided there wasn't much point in staying with the flyer. It's not going to get much worse in my opinion. Here, I salvaged this gem out of some sort of power source. I imagine you will have some use for it. Now that we're... If anyone knows anything about flyers, maybe whoever's in charge of the town can help us get underway again. I will stay here at this new camp unless you need me. It seems like a good enough place to base ourselves out of.
It was home. The people there were the only family I've known. And now, they're all gone.
I understand, Dawnstar, but the path you are on may lead to even darker places. You must prepare yourself.
I don't want to think like that. We will set things right. We have to.
Returning your friends was never an option, but there are a great many more things that you can lose. Yes? Is there something you want?
I can assure you that I no longer share an allegiance with them. It was a short dalliance that ended on poor terms. I won't get in your way if you don't get in mine. I have nothing more to say about where we are.
Our enemy? The sure sign of an effective fighter is that he has many enemies. Which are you most curious about?
This small man. He bears a grudge against the world because his wealth cannot buy him the status he wants. At least that is my estimation of him.
If we encounter him in his holdings near Tien's Landing, I doubt he will be very welcoming. Not after he learns the fate of his son. Death's hand may still answer to him, but it is a long leap from that to assuming the Emperor approves of what the Lotus Assassins have done. Both of those possibilities will be hard for people to swallow. The Emperor is the Emperor. He is above weakness or viciousness. To question that is to question the nature of the Jade Empire, and not many people are willing to do that. The Emperor is the foundation upon which we build. If he is weakened, we all fall. There is little to tell that would affect you now. The Assassins are fanatically loyal to Death's Hand, and he uses that influence to do as he wishes. He also controls the Imperial army, but they are no longer in his favor, it seems. Mere guards in comparison to the Assassins. Death's Hand was just beginning his rise to power when I left the Lotus Assassins. I do not know much more about him. Good.
Mother and I are getting out of this town. If you have any sense, you'll do the same. It's sure to be more exciting than this dead place.
Those pirates must be Gao the Greater's men. We know that he has holdings near here, and he has flyers.
Noni wowo sayer tar wowo wir ignisar. Noni wowo sayer tar wowo wir ignisaro kunkna. Wo yo wir apafawa yer CCR CC2 tog. Koni o kioe kawa ia wo kawa ia watita o siya kwani.
Woman, in this town, we don't step aside for you. You step aside for us.
The peasants of this village may cower before you, but I do not. If you are smart, you will apologize for your behavior and walk away.
Tell me what to do? You think I won't hit a woman? You have to learn your place. This whole town has to learn its place. What are you looking at? This doesn't concern you.
White demon.
I was back at the camp when I heard the sounds of battle. I got here as fast as I could, though obviously I arrived too. Hui, what are you doing here?
It's been a long time, Zhu. I haven't seen you since that night. I did as you asked. The child is safe. I made sure of that.
I know. After we spoke, I followed you. I wanted to be sure she was given a good home. You did well, Hui. Hui and I knew each other long ago. She was a soldier, and I needed her help. There was a child, an orphan. I knew Hui could find a good home for her. She was just a girl. Her parents were dead. I couldn't look after her, and I knew Hui by reputation. I knew she would find a good home for her. She's safe. That's all you need to know. She doesn't concern you. Besides, we don't have time to worry about something that happened almost 20 years ago.
Yes, those are old worries. Thank you for your actions today. Even if these men were no real threat, just simple sailors frustrated at the shallow river that holds them here. There are pirates in the area, and they pose a far greater danger. You will likely encounter them, especially if you are the one I am waiting for. As Sagacious Zhu mentioned, my name is Hui. Tell me, young man, what is your master's name? I have waited here many years for the arrival of one special fighter. Your master, Sun Li, bid me to wait until you, his protege, came seeking information.
So it's true. Master Li really is the Emperor's brother. I wish I had known.
He is gone, isn't he? Taken by the Lotus Assassins just as he thought. He knew they were always searching. They are right to fear him and his legacy. The glorious strategist was certain the path to the Imperial city would bring you here. He was also very specific about how I present my information to you. You must be ready. I served under Sun Li and was one of a few soldiers he trusted enough to contact after Dirge fell. Li knew the events there would have great consequences. He told me of the weeks-long siege and how spirit monks were slaughtered so his brother could take their temple. Madness. The Emperor killed the water dragon itself.
The water dragon? The shepherd of the dead, a goddess of rebirth. To try and steal her power, to even think it could be attempted. Has any mortal ever shown such arrogance?
There are many beings that exist beyond our experience. The heavens are governed by a celestial bureaucracy. Each facet of existence is managed by a specialized attendant. Most appear to have little influence, but some... She was not a maker, but all life that ended passed her gaze before returning to the earth in another form. Sun Hai sought rebirth for his empire at the cost of the natural order. Her body was taken to the palace as a grim trophy of the power that ended the long drought. All the while, the people hailed the Emperor as a hero, ignorant of the price. The Great Wheel is a way to envision the cycle of rebirth. I believe that when something dies, it is reborn as something else, after some form of assessment, of course. The celestial bureaucracy is said to govern the heavens. Just as cities have minor officials, existence is delegated across many entities, some more grand than others. Or so some choose to believe. It is probably better explained by a philosopher. I know as much as any person that has seen their share of death. Is a remote temple located high in the mountains. There were no worshippers save for the spirit monks themselves. The Emperor covered up his terrible crime, and the people didn't really care. All that mattered was that the drought was over. The water dragon's power was tied to her temple at Dirge, and the strength of her servants. When the spirit monks were slain and Dirge fell, she became vulnerable. Her physical form could be injured, but she was also a god. Maybe her spirit still exists. I don't know. I'm no expert on the heavens. Even a god is not invincible. They have their place and it can be challenged. Sun Li could not stop the slaughter of the spirit monks. He fled the battle with you in his arms. Most believe Sun Li fell at Dirge, a lie spread by the Emperor. A handful of us knew that he lived, and we also learned the terrible price of his rebellion. Li's wife was with child, his daughter born in the Imperial Palace while he was at Dirge. He never saw her. Within weeks of the siege, the Emperor had Li's family executed. He probably didn't think his family would be harmed, but even had he known, he might still have saved you. Li knows you have a destiny to fulfill. You're the last of your kind. The natural order has been disrupted. There is much to say, but first I was instructed to impart some very specific knowledge. Your master was very clear.
You can trust we, so I don't think there's any reason for me to stick around. I'll be back at the camp if you need me.
Zhu is an honorable man. Not a good man, perhaps, but an honorable one. Now to your training. A brief description will reinforce in your mind the style you saw me use. Certain lessons had to be withheld until you were ready for the attention they will bring. Sun Li taught me so that I would teach you. I must train you in Spirit Thief. Magic and weapons tire you. Draw on them too much and you could be left defenseless. Spirit Thief restores your chi, prolonging your ability to fight or ignore wounds. It is especially useful when enemies are immune to basic martial attacks, when you must use magic or weapons. It can even immobilize a foe, allowing time to recover even more. This short lesson should be enough for now. Come speak with me in the tea house. We will talk of your master and more.
Please, please excuse me. I know I shouldn't be crying in public like this, but I just can't help it. Please, I'm just a humble woman. My name is Seamstress Lawn, and I have a problem I don't know how to solve. I thought you could help, but I was afraid to speak to you. It's my fiancé, Bay. Every day a group of thugs attacks him and beats him up. He tries to avoid them, but they find him wherever he goes. The beatings are getting worse. I'm I'm terrified they're going to kill him. After I saw you take on those sailors, I thought... Well... But there isn't! My poor Bay has done nothing to these men. They attack him for no reason at all. Please, you have to help him. I beg you. Thank you so much, kind sir. You don't know what this... Bay is down at Beggar's Pier right now in the southeast corner of town. If you hurry, you can probably get there before the thugs attack him today.
You're a stranger here, aren't you? I know everyone in Tian's Landing, and I've never seen you before. I would remember you. You should turn right around and leave this town. Trust me. I am Gufu, Great One. Some call me Gufu the Sweet, though I don't know why. I usually smell like the fish I sell. Perhaps they are making fun of me. But now, there are no fish to sell. I have lived in Tian's Landing all my life, but now, I'm ashamed to say, I wish I lived somewhere else. Everything in Tian's Landing is falling apart. Sheng, the local minister, is helpless to deal with all our troubles. You should get out while you can. You don't know? And if that wasn't bad enough, we have the pirates to worry about too. They've been raiding the countryside, taking prisoners to sell into slavery. The dam is down, but with the dam open, the water drains away too quickly, and our river, the lifeblood of this town, has become a trickle. The river has no fish, and the ships can't navigate it. The dam was built nearly 20 years ago, causing the river to rise. Now the dam is open, and the river has fallen so low no ships can navigate it. Tian's Landing cannot survive. And the town dares to go into the ruins to close the dam. The ruins are haunted with the spirits of the dead. It's bad luck to speak of such things. Old Wei in the town might tell you more. He's too old to care about ghosts and curses, but I have enough bad luck already. A generous offer, Great One, but the gate leading to the ruins is locked. If you want to close the dam, you'll have to get the key from Minister Sheng. I'm sure he'd be glad to give you a key to the gate. Nobody else will risk going into the ruins because of the ghosts. There's a road off to the right just beyond this tea house. Keep following it up until you reach the town square. Minister Sheng is usually there. Of course, Great One. I would be honored to answer whatever question. Airship? I have only heard of such things. Graceful ships that sail through the air? I've always longed to see one, but I'm just a simple peasant. Perhaps Minister Sheng would know something of this. He once lived in the Imperial city. There's a road off to the right just beyond this tea house. I am poor, Honored One. I do not know. Small price. Of course, Great One. What is it you wish to know? I'm afraid I don't know, Honored Stranger. You should speak with Lishan the Talkative. If anyone would know the tale, he would. You could probably find him wandering around the town somewhere, wasting time and looking for people willing to listen to his stories. Minister Sheng is the duly appointed minister for... If you go around the side of the tea house, you'll see a path leading up to the town square. What few goods the merchants have are for sale there. They have very... Take care of...
There are ghosts wandering the land. I won't leave my house after dark.
Here. Do thugs like you think you can just walk back here for food any time? If I wanted human interaction, I'd have a kiosk in the square. Or maybe a trough.
Why a trough? Well, we don't feed the animals, Mr. Tay. That's handled by the farmers.
Step back, Mr. Wong. You just... step back. You see, Mr. Wong? That is how we are regarded. Dogs to be brushed aside. Talk like that will not get you a meal at the... Me? There's nothing to know about me. I cook for ungrateful people who do not understand what good food is.
Your palate is very sophisticated, Mr. Tay. Some say your dishes are, acquired tastes.
No, I am quite certain that the problem is with the customers. If you wish to keep your position, Mr. Wong, you will smile and nod. Mr. Wong is here to cut the vegetables and heft the rice bags. His job does not include criticizing the menu. I am the head chef. He is nothing.
But I am learning. I will train hard to become the best chef I can.
There's a small chance he could become slightly more than nothing, but I've seen no sign of it as yet. Some people are heroes, some merely clap as heroes walk by. Then go walk around it. I do not waste my time collecting rumors. Me?
You're...
The spirit world? You were talking about... If you want some deeper discussion than that, go to a temple. I hear stories just like everyone else, but they are always told by some scared farmer who wouldn't know the wind from a howl. I believe what I see. That's enough.
He is very strict with his apprentices.
Good, you're here. We can continue where we left off before.
You've got unfinished business with us first.
There are important matters at hand, yet you fellows keep interrupting. I'm surprised you're this eager to get another beating so soon.
This time we brought some friends to even up the odds.
White demon.
You certainly look like Lee's top student, though there's something odd about how you fight. I can't put my finger on it. It doesn't matter. The sailors won't bother us again. We can get back to business. Sun Lee gave me instructions to await you if anything should happen. I have prepared for this day for well over a decade. The full extent of what the glorious strategist knows is beyond my mind to comprehend. He is without peer. All I know is that I had instructions to wait for you. Sun Lee asked me to seek a piece of a special amulet he wanted you, his prized pupil, to have. It was broken apart and scattered when the Spirit Monk Temple fell. He intended to, and I assume he did, give the main piece to you. Rumor placed a smaller part with a fleeing apprentice monk, but it had been some years and the trail was cold. I eventually learned the monk had fled to Old Tien's Landing. He was there a year or so, but died of lingering injuries and was buried with his possessions unsorted. It was rushed at the time because the new dam was due to close and Old Tien's would become a watery tomb. The amulet was beyond reach, so I came here and waited. Now the Lotus Assassins have drained the lake and exposed the ruins of Old Tien's Landing. It seems they are searching for this piece of the Spirit Monk amulet too. The Emperor is privy to much. I don't know his motives, but any aid to you is likely a threat to him. You must go to the ruins and find the amulet piece meant for you. I choose to believe that my service was valuable and vital. You would have come here eventually. The amulet would draw you at least. It is coming on 15 years now. As I said, I learned the location of the amulet after the monk died in Old Tien's. It has been difficult serving and waiting in silence. My assignment is to give you information to help you acquire the... It is said that the water dragon is the shepherd of the dead and a symbol of... As you see, I know little about the celestial powers. I knew less before Sun Lee asked this service of me. I thought such beings were beyond physical assault. I don't know how the attack was made or what blade could cut the heart from a god, but I do know that any man who would attempt such a plan is arrogant beyond imagining. Pirates have raided local villages using flyers, swooping down like locusts. Minister Shang said he would stop them, but his promises have done nothing. You can find Shang near his still smoldering office in the center of town. I'm sure he will welcome your assistance, even if your reasons are your own. You are wise to ask. It is a difficult but essential skill to master. Spirit Thief is always useful. It is common to get run down or injured during battle, and you can tire yourself even further concentrating your chi to aid yourself. When you are feeling such a drain on your resources, switch to Spirit Thief, and each successful blow will restore you slightly. The drain will not hamper your opponent, however. If you power through an opponent's guard with its strongest attack, it can briefly immobilize an enemy. During this, you can concentrate and increase the restoration. If you use that time to attack with another style, be careful. Your opponent may not be as vulnerable as they seem, and one must never be overconfident of victory. My assignment is... I only know that I had to find the piece I was tracking. The gates leading to the ruins are locked. I suspect the... Remember, go to the ruins and...
Hello, greetings, welcome. My name is Steeper Yanru, and I'll be... No, that's not right at all. Idiot! I'm Barkeep Yanru now, not Steeper Yanru. I'm sorry about that. I still can't get the hang of this new position. Sometimes I wish Old Mother Quan still owned the tea house, so think... Old Mother Quan used to run the place until Dutong bought it. Well, buy isn't quite right. It's complicated. Talk to Mother Quan if you want the whole story. I used to steep the tea here. They called me Steeper Yanru. But now Dutong says I'm gonna be the new barkeep. I'll have to give out advice and wine in equal doses. I can't say too much about him. He's my boss, after all. Mostly, he just sits in the corner and drinks his wine until he gets drunk. It's a shame Mother Quan had to give the place up. She didn't waste her days getting drunk, and she didn't make me practice giving out advice all day so I could become a barkeep. It's complicated. If you want the whole story, talk to Old Mother Quan. I'll just keep practicing my advice. Sure. Just remember, I'm pretty new at this. I'm still practicing. Let's try this one. Every bureaucrat knows a tree grows toward the light, but a rock grows not at all. I have no idea. Dutong just had me memorize a bunch of wise sayings. None of them make much sense to me. Maybe they'll sound better if people drink the wine. Just remember what I told you. You never know when a...
Hello, young one. My name is Quan, but everyone calls me Old Mother Quan. I'd like you to call me that too, okay? Welcome to my tea house. Oh, that's not right. No, not anymore. Sorry about the confusion, dearie. What I meant to say was, welcome to Master Dutong's tea house. Yes, I owned the tea house for many, many years. At least I thought I did. But then Master Dutong came to town with that Imperial writ. Oh my, wasn't that a shock? Turns out his family owns this land. They have for hundreds of years. The land is his along with everything on it, so now he owns my tea house too. He was nice enough to let me stay on here as a helper. I steep the tea. Yanwan takes the orders, and Master Dutong, well, he... No one knew. This was just an empty patch of rock for hundreds of years. Who would have thought the Empire had deeded it to anyone? But Master Dutong came along with his writ. Now, why would I do such a thing? I can't even imagine anyone being so horrible they'd forge an Imperial writ. No, I'm sure the land belongs to Master Dutong. That is very nice of you, my child, but what could you do? I would love to have my tea house back, but it belongs to Master Dutong now. You can't argue with an Imperial writ. All this talk is just the rambling of an old woman. Put it out of your head and enjoy yourself. It may not be mine anymore, but this is still a fine tea house. Hello again. Oh, of course I do, dearie. It was all I ever had. No children of my own. But that's sweet of you, but there's nothing. Be sure to have some tea before you go. I have a special blend that combines... Oh, I forgot. Master Dutong spilled wine all over it. I'm sorry. Never mind.
If you want tea, have a seat. The serving girl will be by directly if I don't fire her first, a useless wench. I should have replaced her the day I took over this tea house. I am Three Sheets Dutong, proud owner of this quaint little tea house. I recently acquired it from old Mother Kwan, the elderly lady steeping tea over there in the corner. Oh, certainly. The Imperial writ is 400 years old, and I just carry it around with me all the time and show it to complete strangers. Please. The writ is locked safely away, as I told Mother Kwan. I'm not about to bring it out on your request. Now, if you will just leave me to my drinking.
You want me to throw this?
Don't be stupid. You saw what this man did to those sailors. He'd leave you broken and bleeding on the floor, and I have no one to clean up the mess. Forgive my guard. His intentions are good, but he's a bit slow on the uptake. I'd love to answer your questions, but that would interrupt my drinking. I'm afraid that isn't acceptable. What a truly horrible thing to say to me, especially when I'm sober. The very notion that I, Three Sheets Dutong, could do such a thing is... well, it is unthinkable. Your accusations grow tiresome, stranger. You have no proof that I cheated old Mother Kwan, and I don't see any...
Look at these town folk glaring at us. It ain't our That waitress is a fine. Stuck in this backwater town and the place doesn't even have a decent tap.
Can't you just leave an old man in peace? I'm nobody important. Sorry doesn't count for much. Sorry can't... I'm nobody important. Nothing. It's not important. Not anymore. Just...
Wosansiatsuno go boko. Wokupketita sumpono, sukokot awokatia, wonofatasaya. Niwupa ia kupusa ia erwath kraka ia nano uksaro isowak piat shathia kraka ia nano uk. Wasrafno sositu no ko ota ni tu uksumpono. Piat shathia kraka ia nano uksaro wasrafno sositu no ko ota napia ifa ia ok. Kutkosi wiwa ya wonawa ya ifa wiya okta wikino. Wonawa ya sususatia sonsifonia sonsi. Niwupa ya kupusa ya erwath kraka ya nano. Wonawa ya sususatia sonsifonia sonsi ifok. Ya. Piat shathia kraka noko wo ifawea ok kun one wipif. Kutkosi wiwa ya wasrafno sositu noko ota napia wo kupketita sumpono sukokot awokati. Niwu sosawa ia wak tasi no ni nano yota napia I kutkosi wiwa ya wonawa ya ifawiya okta wikino. Tofara ia wo sa ia wo kokokopi. Okniko fia apania sasa tatasi no ni nano yok piershat ni uksa ia sunpun. Wo kupketita sumpono suko. Ya. Wo ya kukwa. Kika kahia wo noka kika ia wo shathia ok. Ni wo sosawa ia. Noko wo ifawea ok kun one wipifia. Woso awi ia ni tu wo uksumpuno. Utatsa ia oka yawe ia fonia sisa ia turus.
Leave Zhang alone!
Zhang, you can't stay up here forever. This isn't your home. You need to come back with me to the farm.
No! Zhang not want to go home. Zhang doesn't want to see orcs.
It wasn't your fault. It was an accident. I need you back at the farm. Now let's go, Zhang.
No! Leave Zhang alone, or Zhang get angry and smash things!
No. Please don't, Zhang. I'll just go over here and leave you alone. What? Oh, hello there. Don't let Zhang bother you. He's really quite harmless. He's just a little... I am Dongping, Zhong's employer. Zhong works on my farm, but the other day he accidentally killed one of my oxen, and since then he has refused to come back. Some of the patrons here are unnerved by his size. I'm worried that if he doesn't leave with me soon, the owners may take matters into their own hands. If he gets hurt, or worse, I'll be ruined. I can't run the farm without him, but I don't know what else to do. He won't listen to me. You will? I must warn you. Zhong the ox carrier came by his name honestly. I would hate to see him hurt you or anybody else for that.
Go away. Zhong not want to speak to you. Zhong kill ox. Zhong too strong, too rough with ox. Zhong not want to hurt ox. Zhong only playing. Now Zhong cries for ox. Ox like to play with Zhong. Ox like it when Zhong throw her in the air and catch her. Zhong missed. Zhong dropped Ox on her head. Ox is dead. Ox was Zhong's friend. Zhong killed a friend and now Zhong is bad. Master have other ox. Master won't. Yes! Master needs my muscle. How else will he get second oxing bath? You have been nice to Zhong.
Thank you so much. Come.
Zhong, come in.
Thank you for getting rid of that thing. Business is bad enough without that ogre scaring away my customers.
Do you mind? I'm in no mood for company given my present state of despondency. Locals disparagingly referred to me as Yaru the Sailor. You see, I am predisposed to seasickness. Ergo, I despise the water. Yet I suffer their verbal slings and arrows with nary a complaint. It is just one more misfortune to pile atop the great heap that buries me in misery. I am at the stage of my life in which I long for companionship, a wife with intellect and refinement comparable, but fortunately, this town presents scant opportunity for a suitable match. Seamstresses, barmaids, peasants. I may as well marry the harlots selling themselves in the street. Or perhaps everyone else's standards are far too low. I shall not allow myself to be saddled with a marriage of convenience, not when I deserve so much more. Your jibes, canary, prick the armor of my pride. They are blunted barbs forged by the sputtering flames of your... Farewell. Perhaps we shall speak again. Why have you returned? I understand your desire to seek elucidation from... However, I'm in no mood to converse with you, not while my heart bears the weight of my great burden. Farewell.
Ing better fix. You're no villager. You stuck here.
Look at all these people, and I'm the only server in the place. If Dutong doesn't start running things better, I'm going to...
I may be drunk, but that doesn't mean I am a drunk, because I'm not. Well, just a little bit. But I'm brave, too. I'm going to go close the Great Dam and save the town. I'll be a hero. That'll show them. Well, that'll show them all. I just need another drink to get my courage up. Wine! Someone bring me more wine!
You've been saying that for 3 days, Rue. Minister Shang's already looking for other people to close the dam, and you'll look a fool after all your boasts.
I doubt that man could open a door, never mind a dam.
That Imperial writ has caused us no amount of grief. Mother Kwan lost her tea house. Waitress Yanwan is busier than ever, and I spend all day giving out foolish... Mother Kwan saw it, though her eyes aren't too good. Most of us didn't bother to give it a look since hardly anyone in the town can read anyway. What? You mean... Problem is, Dutong's already shown everyone the writ, and now he's got it locked away. If you're right, he'd never bring it out again. There's no way to prove it. That might work. It would probably help if you get him drunk first. That's something I can help you with. Dutong's always having me send over wine. Usually I mix it with water so he doesn't get too drunk too fast, but I could start sending it to him unmixed. Don't worry about that. He never passes. Dutong gets very friendly when he starts to drink. You might get a confession out of him then, but I doubt it. He's not really all that drunk at that stage. Usually after about 7 bowls, he slips into depression and sorrow. He complains about how his life is worthless and what a bad and sinful man he is. Not a pretty sight. By the 9th glass, he starts to get paranoid. You can't really talk to him then. Usually around that time, I try to slip a restorative potion into his glass to sober him up. The restorative tastes pretty foul, but it does the job. Works instantly and makes a man sober as an Imperial judge. Dutong... The guard gave me a few vials so I could slip them into Dutong's wine when he... No problem. We have 2 sorts of wine here. Peasants' wine and Imperial seasoned spirits. The peasants' wine is pretty weak. The Imperial seasoned spirits are a lot stronger. 1 bowl of that is worth 3 bowls of peasants' wine. And if Dutong gets too drunk... 1 drink for Master to... 1 drink for... 1 drink for Master... I can do for you? Good, good. Go speak to Dutong. If he's not drunk enough, or if he's too drunk, we'll get him to admit he's a cheat and a sneak. Then old Mother Kwan will be back in charge, and I won't ever have to give out another bit of bad advice.
What do you want? You come to mock me? Come to laugh at the tragedy that is the life of 3 Sheets Dutong? No, not the writ. Let's not talk about that. It's my secret shame. Just the thought of that writ brings tears to my eyes. It tears at my poor, miserable soul. Yeah, you're a good friend. I could trust you. You'll understand. Oh, I'm a despicable person. A bad, bad man. The writ, it's a fake. Oh, I hate that restorative potion. Oh, that stuff tastes like vomit baked in a glaze of goat hair and garnished with a sprinkling of horse dung. And now I have the strangest memory. What?
I heard what you said, Dutong. I knew you cheated Mother Kwan out of this place, and...
Ah, I see what you're after. Oh yes, 3 Sheets Dutong was not born yesterday. I will give you a great deal of silver to keep...
I don't know, Dutong. I could really use this. Right, of course. What was I thinking? Old Mother Kwan's a good woman. She deserves to have her...
Boss? People aren't gonna like us when they find out what you did. Maybe we should get out of here.
That's the smartest thing you've said since I hired you. Let's go.
Well done. It'll be nice to have Old Mother back in charge again. You should
I knew you would make the right choice. We share the same...
Hello again, dearie. That scoundrel! No wonder he left here so fast. Cheating an old woman out of her hard-earned living. The very nerve. People, listen to me. Master Dutong has left. For good. And thanks to this brave young man here, the tea house is mine again.
Hooray for Mother Kwan! Her tea house is back in business!
You've given me back the only thing I ever cared about. And you've done a service for this town, too. I'm going to turn this place back into a respectable quality tea house. I don't have much. The only reward I can offer is my
Just a simple merchant of fine woodwork items. A merchant. There are several customers who owe me money, but with the dam open, times are hard. And if they don't pay me, I can't afford the raw materials to make my woodwork. It's a... No, that won't be necessary. You might be right. I'm a noble offer, but... Farewell.
Ghosts bring wind. Wind is no friend to a river fisherman, I can tell you that.